Alrighty, today I'm gonna slam Tulip into the sun, guys. Go like the video and subscribe as well, everyone. We wanna push this series out to as many new viewers as possible, so get on it. Now, I actually did a test battle against Tulip to see how well the team would do, and safe to say I got destroyed.
Yeah, I witnessed that battle. You'd have thought with Chi-Yu being a dark type and Ray Ray have crunch, we'd beat her, but apparently not. She is one tough cookie. I bet she must have had some training lessons from Sabrina, because I was personally not expecting her to be as strong as she was yesterday.
She doesn't even seem fazed about the battle, but seems to care more about what eyeshadow she needs her assistant to buy for her. I hope you did some extra training with our team off screen as well, Bush. They may be legendary, but they're still complete ass at the moment. I expect this battle to be a clean sweep in our favor.
The butterflies on her dress are alive as well, guys. She's using her psychic powers to increase her hotness. And boy, is it working on me right now. She is one stunning lady. A part of me actually hopes you lose so we can see her again.
Winning is more important, Joe, so zip it. Now this first Pokemon of hers is the newly added variant or evolution for Girafarig. I can't remember what this one does, to be honest, but if she sent it out first, that means it's probably gonna be really weak. You could use Will-O-Wisp to get them burned as well, George.
Nah, man. Chi-Yu has this cracked ability which drops the special defense of all Pokemon on the field right now. Which means a really cheap trick I could abuse is swapping it out and then sending it back to the field, so its ability gets activated and the next Pokemon gets weaker. Incinerate is a really strong fire-type move for this point in the game, too.
This Gardevoir has the Synchronize ability, however, which means whatever status we inflict on it gets bounced back to us as well. But of course, we have the Uno reverse card, and that Chi-Yu can't get burned. Pretty savage strat. That one is George, so well done, dude. Even if it meant losing our fishy.
It's not like we can heal in the battles anyway, Donald. Plus, we lost so much money in the trainer battles first off, and then George must have lost even more money in the test battle against Tulip, which means we can't even buy any healing items for the team when we need to train.
It's fine anyway, because I'm fairly confident with a tactic on how to beat her. Her Gardevoir here hits pretty hard, but I can use Ice Shard to slow it down and hopefully freeze it. Either that, or Articuno usually takes an L, and then I'll have to think of something else.
You got lucky that Ice Shard drops the speed of a Pokemon when it hits, because that Gardevoir would have ruined our day otherwise. Then again, the burn on it made its end inevitable. I find it really weird that no gym leader uses super potions or anything like that, however. Back in our day, we got used to gym leaders pulling out all the stops to take us on.
Oh boy, did we have to deal with way worse than these snowflakes who play Pokemon games like these now. I think Ultra Sun and Moon was the last difficult Pokemon game they made, and since then, it's basically gone downhill. Saying that though, the fight with Arceus at the end of Legends and Giratina 2 are really difficult.
This battle is also really difficult. Normally, a shiny Rayquaza roaring into battle would scare the crap out of anyone, but Tulip is completely calm and collected.
This gosh darn Florgress is the main culprit of my loss last time. It's just so goddamn strong and basically has a super effective move for all the Pokemon on my team. I can't use revives either, otherwise I'm sure Chi-Yu would easily be able to beat this thing. But it has fairy-type moves on top of being busted, and yeah, not a good day to be me, boys.
Man Crunch would have easily taken this thing out, but of course the Dragons have no chance against a fairy-type move from a Pokemon this strong right now. Whilst you deal with this, Bush, the question I'd like to ask our viewers is, what Pokemon game did you all play as your first one? Go leave your comments down below.
I'm sorry to say this, but it looks like you're about to lose again, Bushy boy. Shame really, because now we're gonna have to train up more, and then we'll be very strong for any other battles which might come up later. To answer Obama's question, however, the first Pokemon game I played was Pokemon Red because I'm a true OG.
The first one I played was Pokemon Violet, which you're all witnessing me suck at right now. Maybe I should have started with an easier game like Emerald Kaizo. Joe told me that game is super easy and good for beginners. I bet the viewers would agree with that as well.
Oh, hell yeah. George Emerald Kaizo is the absolute perfect game for any beginners. I recommend it to you still, and any newbies who are deciding to get into the franchise and be cool kids like us. My first Pokemon game was Platinum, though.
Joe be trying to bamboozle everyone, suggesting that game as a beginner-friendly one. And talking of bamboozlements, you just got shamed by Tulip twice in a row, George. So I think we need to do some serious training right now. Go around the area here and just take on everything you see until the team is around level 40.
This is sure going to be a backwards playthrough, guys. I saw some comments from people saying we skipped the first gym, but it's not like there really is a first gym in this game. You can go wherever you want since it's open world. So I don't get why people are saying that. Either way, the gym leaders should have dynamic teams.
Agreed they should. And here we are back at it again with Tulip. I spent about 30 minutes going around training the team up. Problem with legendaries is they take so damn long to gain levels. But I just hope this battle goes better than the last two.
Using Ray first with Crunch is probably the better move as well, George. We can save Chi-Yu for later, worst comes to worst. Plus, Crunch is so strong even though our attack stat is less than the special.
You're still a few levels lower than the gym leaders, but we got a lot of damage on her giraffe. Basically, we're going to be banking on the Black Dragon and the Blue Fishy to take out her team. Articuno with its speed-reducing Ice Shard will come in handy for sure, but the main issue is her Florges. We have no counters for that.
Normally, it's a grass type, but then obviously turns into Psychic with the Terrestrial Orb. We just have to hope our Dark-type Pokemon can take it out. Regidrago has Crunch and Bite too, but it's so slow that we might not ever get any hits in.
My strat is going to be using Ice Shard to reduce the speed of it, Donald. Hopefully I can get a few of those in and drop Florges' speed before sending out Regidrago or the other two and taking it out with a speed advantage. That's my goal. But of course things rarely ever go as planned when RNG is involved.
Seems like the best way to handle this battle, Bush. I like it. I think we're in a much stronger position right now, though, compared to the last time. The Pokémon are hitting harder as well, even if the other four only gained 1 or 2 levels. After this battle, we can actually head northeast and take on 2 Titans at once.
We lost Chi-Yu before getting to Florges, which isn't great, but the momentum is definitely stronger this time. Before we had like 3 Pokémon left, but at least we have 5 before her last one, even if it has Fairy-type moves, which will ruin our day. I hope your plan works though, Bush. I also like it a lot.
I'm learning Roost right now, which is perfect timing actually. Hopefully I get a chance to use it and then I can heal up without using items, kind of like how Meloetta can with Drain Punch. Obviously that move will have to be changed soon though, since it's trash, but for now Articuno is in a very good position.
At least with our Ice Birdie, we should be able to tank her Fairy-type moves and just keep dropping the speed of her glorified Rosebush until Regidrago is able to come in for the clean sweep. The thing is though, he's got a mild nature which boosts special attack, so I'm a little worried. But I believe in you, George, so good luck.
It's Icy Wind, by the way, not Ice Shard. And secondly, how comes you're being so nice and sweet to him, Donald? When I first started playing, all I got was abuse and heckling.
Look in a mirror, Joe, and you'll see why you got that. Just don't fall asleep, though. Otherwise, you'll get a backhand from me and Jill. And now things are ramping up here. The music has turned into the Leon one from Sword and Shield, which means it's all or nothing.
Boom, the strat played off. The speed drops we managed to get with Icy Wind worked in our favor. This was a big brain move, man. Well done, George. We got Florges down to like 5 health points, and now the others should be able to finish it off.
Now that is what you call a solid play. You all have been given a masterclass on Pokemon battles, guys. Take notes, Obama. I know you were supporting me, but I gotta take a free jab at you when I can.
Yeah, whatever, you beat the gym, so say what you like. More importantly, our little super is finally evolving. Only took this long for it to evolve. I don't know how they can class these types of Pokemon as not legendaries sometimes when they always take a billion years to train up.
I actually saw some people point that out, Barry. They using legendaries is really fun, but boy, does it take a hell of a lot of time to get them to somewhere semi-decent, as we're finding out right now.
Great, another stupid photo of us doing a stupid pose for no apparent reason. And how on earth did Tulip manage to balance like that on such high heels, too? Girl do be styling it out. But come on, she doesn't need to show off like that. Anyway, well done, Bush. Now we can get out of this horrible place and head towards more fun things like taking on more Titans.
Titans sound like a good idea since we need Miraidon to gain more of its power back, and I am hungry for some sandwiches as well. I have a feeling, though, that after dealing with this extremely difficult gym, the rest of the Titans, except maybe that dragon one, are going to be very easy.
Not like you exactly have a choice in that matter, do you, Bush? For now, though, we're heading on to that giant bird one that likes to throw boulders down the mountain. I have no idea how that could be considered a fun thing to do, but each to their own, I guess.
Yep, this one should be kind of easy. Although when we trained against the smaller version of Bombardier or whatever that Pokemon is, they ruined us a lot, and we have no counters for flying types yet really either. I think we're going to need a Pokemon with a move like Thunder Punch or Bite, because at least a couple of our team can learn those.
I think this game even introduced a psychic-type biting move. I found that very interesting because it doesn't actually make much sense if you think about it. Could be a decent move for the team, however, if we ever find it.
Literally half my open world time is spent running into these smaller, crappy little Pokemon that spring out of nowhere. And then I have to waste 20 seconds of my life each time running away from them in battle. I don't even have any repels. Not that I think they make a difference in this game.
They can be quite annoying, but they're also free experience too, George. So I'd say you should battle them. For now, though, it's Titan time. Let's see how this goes.
Right, just spam Dragon Pulse and watch Ray nuke everything. This Pokemon is honestly just the most cracked thing in the games.
Oh, damn, you literally one-shot the bird, George. Talk about being hella strong now, boys. We're gonna be unstoppable. But something I'd like to know is what level this Titan is, because for us to one-shot it like that, this thing must be very weak.
The first stage doesn't count anyway, really does it? After it eats the magic herbs, it becomes way stronger, so let's see what it has in store for us now. Things could suddenly get tough for all we know.
Now, man, just take a look at Rayquaza. We're level 43, plus we have the stab bonus with Dragon Pulse for extra boost in power, which means this thing must be like level 20 or 30 at the most. We just obliterated this bird with no effort.
Well, good. It's about damn time we started having things go our way instead of losing the most ridiculous battles. The team still needs better moves, however, George. So I expect to see an update on that by the time we get to the next episode.
And as per usual, after beating a Titan, Arvin shows up to make breakfast for us with the Ganga leaves and then goes on a sob story about his Pokemon.
Leave him alone, Joe. The poor guy basically got abandoned by his parents, and he has no other family either. He's been through all that, and then to make things worse, his best friend gets sick too, and apparently Nurse Joy can't even heal it. Which is strange since she can happily heal a Pokemon who's been hit with a Hyper Beam.
Sorry, no sympathy for me for this bozo. I'm as cold as Ice Obama. You won't see me getting emotional over anything anymore. I have to be like this so Donald can't take advantage of me.
A Muppet could take advantage of you, Joe, you dumbass. Now, the other Titan, which is the Donphin, pretty much is located in that desert. George, we can even see the dude rolling about on the sand. This Titan is very weird, though, because it has an emoji-like face, and to be honest, it doesn't resemble a Pokemon.
Yeah, this is the futuristic one. The Scarlet Donphin version looks better in my opinion, so we can agree on that, Donnie. I think this Titan should be relatively easy, though, since it's Steel type. Chi-Yu should be able to basically rip this thing apart like the bird.
Wait until we get a move like Flamethrower on the fish. It'll probably be the second strongest Pokemon on our team then, and of course Ray will be first. Meloetta will probably be the weakest by the time we get to the end game, but it'll still be a great member.
So apparently this Pokemon came from the crater in the center of Paldea itself, which means there isn't much data on this guy. The professor is allowing you to go all out on subduing this fella as well, George, so slam it back to where it came from.
Wow, so Super got slammed again. I wanted to try it out in a battle since it evolved, but then again, Steel is super effective against Ice, so that was my L. I hope by the time we get a Baxcalibur, though, it'll actually be a useful team member, because right now, our little man hasn't been much help.
He is going to be cracked when he's fully evolved. Don't worry, dude. The next gym after this Titan is also going to be a water-type one, and that actually might be a challenge for us. We have no counters to that still, but I don't want you losing to that gym leader again 3 times in a row like you did with Tulip George.
As always, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. This giant elephant rhino thing has eaten the good stuff and is all juiced up now, though. I can't wait to see our fish nuke this guy.
Barvin has caught a Scovillian just now, which means he's probably going to be no use to us. Imagine not using a strong Pokemon you've had with you for ages, but instead, you use a Pokemon that's going to be weak as hell if you just caught it.
So much for Chi-Yu being useful, George. You were psyching everyone up with how easy this battle was going to be with the fish. But then it goes and gets one tapped right off the bat by a stomping tantrum move.
I'd like to pretend I didn't hear Joe ridiculing me and instead remind everyone to hit the like and subscribe buttons and join our channel as a member if you want early access to our videos. That plug should make little Joey boy happy now.
I'm not exactly thrilled because Meloetta here isn't being much use in this raid battle either. This girl needs close combat as soon as possible, and then we need to have it turn into its fighting type form. Then it will be a strong team player.
It takes a lot of time to get new moves, you know that. Plus, the team star bases are way too difficult for us right now, so I'd recommend George to stick with the raid battles and gym leaders first. His main goal, to be honest, is to become the champion and then enter the Great Crater.
He's just being a chickenberry. If it was me playing, then I'd storm all the team star bases in one go. I bet I could take on each star boss captain person all at once. Rayquaza just has to use one Dragon Pulse and boom, the dirt will be gone.
One day you can prove that to us, but until then, let George be happy with his little victories. And with this, we have now taken like 3 or 4 Titans down, boys. There's only 2 left, I think, so you could actually deal with them both next if you wanted to, George.
What I will be doing is having a nap because I have a migraine after listening to Donald and Joe all day. I'll see you all in the next one, guys. Have a good one.